silence isn't always peaceful. Sometimes it's a warning. In nature, silence doesn't mean calm. It usually means something is missing. A healthy forest is never completely quiet. You hear birds calling, insects buzzing, leaves moving in the wind, water flowing somewhere in the distance. It feels alive. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the growing silence in nature is more dangerous than most people realize, and how it could eventually affect your own life. We often go to quiet places to relax, forests, mountains, lakes. We think silence means peace, but in the wild, true silence is unusual. A strong ecosystem is full of sound. Different species moving, communicating, surviving together. It may sound chaotic, but that chaos is actually balance. So when those sounds start disappearing, nature isn't resting, it's struggling. Scientists use a term called biophony, which simply means the collective sound of living organisms in an environment. Every bird call, every insect buzz, every frog croak adds to this natural soundtrack of life. When that soundtrack begins to fade, it usually means species are disappearing. And the most worrying part is that this doesn't happen suddenly. Ecosystems rarely collapse overnight. They decline slowly. A few species disappear, then a few more. The sounds become thinner, quieter, weaker, until one day a place that was once full of life feels empty. In a healthy ecosystem, each species occupies its own space, even in sound. Birds sing in certain frequencies, insects in others, frogs in their own range. It's like different radio stations playing at the same time without interfering with each other. Scientists call this the niche hypothesis. Nature organizes itself in a way where everything has a role and a place. You can think of it like an orchestra. Every instrument plays a different part, but together they create harmony. When some instruments stop playing, the music becomes incomplete. And if too many disappear, the orchestra falls apart. This is where it becomes personal. Because the silence in nature doesn't stay in nature, it spreads. When insects disappear, pollination decreases. When pollination decreases, crops produce less food. When crops fail, food becomes scarce. Fruits, vegetables, grains, everything depends on these small, often ignored species. So the silence in forests and fields eventually reaches us, not as sound, but as empty shelves, rising food prices, and fewer resources. We are not separate from nature. We are part of the same system. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, all of it comes from this living network around us. And right now, that network is slowly changing. Many forests are getting quieter, many oceans are losing life, many ecosystems are becoming less diverse. The change is gradual, which is why most people don't notice it. But gradual change can still lead to serious consequences. The real question isn't whether silence is spreading. The real question is whether we will notice it early enough to do something about it. Next time you step outside, take a moment and listen. Listen to the birds, the wind, the insects, the small sounds you normally ignore. Because those sounds are signs of life. And as long as they are still there is still hope. Subscribe and stay aware before the silence becomes normal.